Maybe we can start. Midi is also not available, but I guess she will be able to join. All right, welcome to the second working group meeting this month. And this time we also have quite good amount of topics. Let's start maybe with the first one. Not sure if Oliver, did you? Is the topic from your side regarding the Carson replacement,
No,
if possible, or
yeah,
or
actually,
Dave?
yeah, I can say some words towards that. So our manager is asking if there's maybe somebody from Broadcom side. If you have maybe Dave, you contact a manager where they can exchange on manager level and have a discussion. Not sure if this is the usual community.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It doesn't happen very often. So I talked to a couple of folks at CFD, and I had a chat with David Stevenson. So I will follow up on that and see. I had a couple of ideas for people that might be able to join. So I will follow up on that on my side, see if I can make any progress.
Okay. All right. Then I think we can go to the next topic.
Right, and the next topic is just to discuss the open PRs in the acceptance tests, smoke tests, and the disaster recovery tests. They've already managed to merge most of the PRs, but maybe let's have a look once again together. Which are the remaining ones?
I haven't had a chance to look at Drats yet, so I need to go through that. And I was focused solely on the Dependabot PRs that are bumps. I haven't looked through the actual feature PRs.
Yes, the IPv6 are opened by Milena, and these are ready for review. Am I right, Milena? So everyone can have a look and provide feedback.
Johan actually helped me with the JavaScript app. He provided me with review there. I added the changes a few minutes ago, the latest changes regarding to his requests. So I guess when he have the time to see the latest changes, maybe this could be okay to be merged. And about the Nginx, it is not reviewed, but it's a bit different because I didn't add, let's say, additional coding to it. I mean, solely depending on the endpoints that I provide with Nginx. So the validation needed to be a bit different for this tests particularly. So maybe when some of you have time, we can take a look and maybe see if this is the best approach. I use proxy pass to achieve a similar result. However, the validation could not be the same without using additional programming languages. So yeah, this is regarding to the CATS test for IPv6.
All right, these are under review, so
yeah. I'll check the Java Spring app again tomorrow, but that one seemed to be pretty much finished, and
Thank you.
Okay.
Super.
Okay.
And how about this one? I started to look at this PR, which is adding a test for uploading system C and B.
Looks like they needed the new
And
CLI, so that's ready. Okay, I can take a look.
so yeah, it could be ready. Just I wasn't sure.
Is this a new test? Okay.
Looks like it's
Yes.
extra testing on an existing suite.
It's the new CFCLI feature supporting the CNP life cycle. Okay. Okay. Did he add the which groups did he add for review? I mean, this is maybe interesting. Oh yeah, okay, both are added.
I
Yeah.
added actually this both
okay.
of our
Yeah,
groups
yeah.
just to
Good. Yeah. So I'm trying also to have a look on that because it looks important.
yes. Actually,
Okay.
okay.
I'm assuming we'll need to make sure that we have that version of the CLI consumed in CI before we merge this.
Yes, of
Is it-
course.
Which I think should be automatic.
It should be as
But yeah, it's worth
automatic
checking.
as possible.
Yeah, it's been out a week, so we should be using that already. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. How about the old ones? I mean,
I don't think Carsten's going to be doing anything with that refactor. I could have a look at it and see if there's anything worth salvaging there, but I'm not sure what his goal was there. I think that's just a boilerplate message. I don't think there's any notes. I don't think he has any notes there that of what he's been working on. So
yeah, most of the other pull requests are 1 year old, and I was wondering how to proceed with these three. Yeah, even this one is 3 years old, and can we close them or we have to analyze them and then decide? Actually, we have a feedback from Sven regarding this enhance cuts SB, and he needs actually more time to spend on that PR, because according to him this is a breaking change, and if it is merged it will break cuts test.
I see. Okay.
That yes, that is why.
So I
Yeah,
think we can leave it for now.
we can leave it. We can leave it for now, and yeah, wait for Sven here if he has time to work on that, because he mentioned that currently he doesn't have time to work on this.
Okay, sounds good. I think smoke tests there was maybe one.
Smoke tests.
I don't remember.
Should be.
It might be. I might have merged all of them. I know there was one I did merge. It might have been. Okay, good. I got them all.
Yes.
So that's fine.
I also merged. Oh no, you did it.
Yeah, I merged the last of these, which was just the dependency bump, so that's fine.
Smoke test is okay. We don't have open PRs here.
Yeah. Okay. So I just need to take a look at the Drats ones, and then we'll be.
Yes, regarding Drats, maybe we can have a look together quickly here. The first two looks good. But I have some concerns regarding these two failing
Why are they
unit tests.
failing?
Yeah, that's strange for them to fail on a minor change to the test suite.
Okay.
This one is failing if because it is relying on a Go mode 0.24, but this Go mode is not actually merged, and that is why I think that this one is failing.
So once we merge the
Yes.
bottom one, the other two should pass. Okay, that's fine.
And regarding these two, I have the feeling that there is somehow in cyclic dependency but this one is failing.
I would expect them to actually have this. Yeah, they both contain the same set of changes.
Yes.
Basically. Yeah. So once we merge the Go mod one, these will rebase and hopefully go green. And then,
super.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So,
yeah, I can take a look at those this week.
Okay. Super. Thanks, Dave. So, yeah, this is in general regarding all the tests, and maybe we can discuss how about the releases we need to.
So I think
cut
is automatic.
The
I think
smoke test is automatic. I think yes.
So that the PRs I merged should have automatically cut a new release. So that's fine.
Yeah.
Cats, I would assume you'd want to wait until the IPv6 tests are merged, and then we could cut a new release.
Yes.
Yeah, makes sense.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Given that track of work is ongoing, it feels like we should get all of that merged in.
All right, sounds like a plan. So,
and then I think if I get all of the DRATS tests merged, I can look at cutting a new release there as well, just to get that out for folks that use releases. Although it looks like we don't really. Maybe we just tag.
We have tags new that.
Okay.
I was wondering.
That's fine. I mean, it's just maintenance bumps. So if I'm assuming the pipeline has the ability to cut a new patch, or I'll take a look at that and figure that out.
Okay, super. So that is regarding the tests. Anything else that we can discuss here? If you have something in mind. Yeah, overall, it looks like we are in a good shape after merging the renovate PRs. Yeah.
Yes.
We'll be ready. Okay.
The next item you had about the default branch. So at least for cats, the Dependabot configuration specifies the target branch. So if you open up that link that I put there, yeah, that one.
This one.
Then you'll see the target branch is specified for each of the different types of dependencies as develop. And none of the PRs that I looked at and merged earlier this week, they all had develop as the target branch. So I didn't see a problem of having PRs coming in against main, at least not from Dependabot.
There were indeed a few Dependabot PRs that targeted the main branch.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, and then as I understood, this is intended behavior for security fixes. Yeah. Okay. So yes, I know we have already, there's everywhere develop, but
does it ignore the instruction in the configuration file then and just always target the main the default
for
branch?
certain updates which are security critical, I didn't fully get it. It does ignore the configuration we've set up here. Yes. So this seems to be intended behavior. That's why from time to time we see a few PRs for the main branch. Yeah, which
Because
of course.
I looked at the one that was linked here, 1551, and that I thought was just targeting develop, and I didn't see that anything about the branch being changed. So I was confused by that.
Yeah. No, if you check the history, there are a few
Okay.
PRs for main branch.
Oh yeah, no, there it is. I did change it from main to develop last week. You're right. Okay.
Yeah,
Weird.
yeah, that's right. And yeah, and also I think if you freshly clone the repository, you also get the main branch, but it
Yes.
might be
Yeah,
more
that is
convenient, well, for new developers, contributors to check out develop. So we can try to change the default branch to develop and see how that works out.
Just put in the chat the link to the code place where for the acceptance test default branch is configured to main. Maybe this has when we open
Yes,
this.
it's this special magic file.
So if you want to change the default branch for the CF acceptance test repository, you would need to file a PR against this community repo where the repositories are defined. So that's possible to do it. Other teams have done it as well.
Yeah, hope there are no side effects, no?
It can also be reverted. I mean,
yeah.
try it out and you will see what happens.
Shouldn't be any surprises, I would say. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so I can do this and then
okay. I cannot find the link currently, but we'll see.
Interesting.
Oh, in the chat, yeah, here it is. Okay.
Yeah, I put the link in the chat, then you are directly from this place.
In the Zoom chat.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, in the
Here
Zoom
it
chat.
is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Community box. Okay.
Exactly. There's main and I think this must be then changed to develop.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, for most folks using it to run tests, they would normally be checking out release tags anyway. So it's not like they can just check out main and say, "Oh, okay, this is what I'm going to use." I mean, I guess they could. So that would be the latest release.
Yeah. So yeah, we are using typically release candidate branch for our pipelines. I don't know what other consumers use. Probably just main. This is also fine. Main gives you the latest released version. But main could be quite behind, yeah, because we're not releasing so often.
Right.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay.
Do we have the same problem with other repositories that we want to also address?
Well, possibly, yes. I haven't checked, but in CF deployment concourse tasks, we have many automatic PRs, but other than that, we do not have a develop branch. Where do we have develop branches? I mean, most repositories just use the main branch, and that is fine. Yeah. Dreads, maybe. Do we have in Dreads? We might have a develop branch and also
disaster recovery is main.
I can check this. Yes, maybe there's one or two more repositories where the default branch should be changed. So what do we have here? Nothing, right? Okay, it's just main then. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so it's really
Okay,
just
super.
Yeah.
Okay. Regarding the SWAC alternatives, dedicated SWAC notification.
yes, we do have
Yeah,
an integration with Slack at the moment.
that was just a heads up in case we migrate away from Slack, then we have to update this notification integration. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I guess we're waiting to see what the decision is on the alternative and go from there.
Yeah.
Okay, so this topic is just to be prepared and to
This is just
discuss.
a heads up.
On it. Mhm.
In our update releases pipeline, we are validating Bosch releases for many different teams, and we have a mapping from Bosch release to team Slack channel so that we can notify the teams in case the update is failing, which is indeed very useful because it rarely happens. But if it happens and the team doesn't notice, then they
Right.
don't get any updates shipped, then this could be, lead to, could be inconvenient.
Yes. There's every possibility that we just go with a free, and we just move down to the free tier of Slack and nothing needs to change. But if we're looking for an alternative that maintains longer history, then we'd have some work.
Yeah.
And is the only automation that we have integrated with Slack, or do we have to?
I would say so, right? This is everything.
We have notifications when there's a notification when we cut a new CF deployment release.
Oh, yes, correct.
So
for the
a
automatic stem cell
yeah.
update releases there, they also post to Slack.
Yes.
Yeah. True.
Maybe we can also do a source code search over the repositories. Catch all.
Okay.
But also for the Slack versus alternatives, it's still under discussion. There's no decision yet. So there's a certain tendency to keep Slack because of the history and the links that you find in all the GitHub issues, etc. But to, let's say, clean up the number of members in this Cloud Foundry organization. But it's still under discussion, and it's at the end of the day also a cost question.
Does Slack charge us by the number of users?
That's how I understood it.
Okay.
And there are, I don't know, more than 10,000. And one idea was to clean it up and only keep those users that are in the Cloud Foundry organization. So the same contributors. And
right.
Then it should become much cheaper.
Would we look at restricting people from joining if they were not in the organization, or
yes, that would be then the rule. Otherwise, you clean it up and
right.
Somehow it's unclear how this can be technically enforced, or if then every newcomer has to be approved manually. I don't know yet.
Right.
Okay. And regarding the Windows tests in CATS?
Yeah, just a small topic. So Philip is working on the file-based service binding feature, adding this to the app manifest, and he wanted also to enable the file-based service bindings suite in the CATS pipeline. And then we noticed that the Windows suite is disabled in the CATS pipeline, although we deploy Windows cells. So I checked the blame, but then there was a 5-year-old comment that didn't tell us much. So
yes.
Yeah. Dave, do you remember anything, or should we try to turn it on again?
I don't remember anything specific. The only thought that comes to mind is that at that time we were running it against an environment that didn't have Windows cells is the only thing I can think. But if we have Windows cells on the environment now, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't turn it on.
Okay, good. Yeah, good. Then let's try to switch it on, and
Yeah.
I can do this tomorrow. And then Philip will also add the file-based service bindings stuff to the CATS pipeline.
Okay.
Okay, super. Anything else to discuss today?
Your cost-saving efforts are coming.
Yes.
Don't know yet what
Let's see.
the impact will be.
It sounds like I think at least one impact is going to be a common instance of concourse rather than
Maybe
each
yes. Yes, but
yeah, also here there are different opinions discussed because just think of updating a concourse when you have all the working groups with their different requirements on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, one thing we discussed in the ARI working group is to get rid of long-lived environments, or at least yeah, hibernate them when they are not used and start them up again. So something like that is probably a good idea.
So we don't have any long-lived environments.
Okay, that's already very good. Then
I mean the bubble environments, so the basic the Jumpbox Bosch Director, those are long-lived, yes. But the actual CF deployments are short-lived. However, Amelia proposed grouping the commits in batches to only run the pipeline once per day or so. Would be a good idea.
Yeah, I think step one is first of all get an overview about how much cost you have, and then also a cleanup of, let's say, orphaned resources. But usually they are not so expensive. We found tons of persistent disks that are still sitting around, the typical
general
stuff.
cleanup would certainly also help. Yes. Yeah, orphaned disks, orphaned IP addresses. Yeah.
One thing I did notice, I don't seem to have access to the GCP project in the console anymore. I don't know why but
check.
I don't see it. I only see the CF on Cakes working group project, which is weird.
Okay.
Because I was trying to look yesterday to see, or earlier this week to see what our costs were, and I'm like, oh, I can't. So I don't know why that doesn't show up anymore for me. Unless it's just because I'm logged in with the wrong account. That could easily be possible.
Let me check.
I think I'm logged in as my Broadcom persona, and it's probably, if anything, tied to my personal account. Maybe.
I think no. David Stevenson, Dimitar Velinov. You're not part of the project. If you give me the correct mail address, I can add you.
Since I'm logged in as my Broadcom account, I will put it in chat here. That's my Broadcom email. So that would be the one that would be most convenient.
Access.
Strange.
Dave. Okay.
I wonder whether that
principal Dave. Okay, assign role. What was the right role now?
With owners.
I think owner, right?
Yeah, I think most of us have their own role.
Interesting. I wonder how I got removed from that. Oh,
Yeah, okay. So you should have gotten an invitation now, pending acceptance.
yes.
Yeah,
I
maybe
did.
it happened when we moved the stuff to a new account, or so there is
Oh,
still
maybe. Yes.
no clear procedure whom to add to the GCP console. So yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm in now. Perfect.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Johan.
You're welcome.
All right, anything else to discuss?
Should be good.
Concourse update should come soon. So we are working on the ARI concourse update tomorrow scheduled, and if that works fine, then we can soon update the ARD concourse to 7.13.1.
Makes sense.
So you can do it in sync, Johan.
Yes, I
So
will
it's
notify you when
super.
we are done here and when everything works, and
Great.
then yes.
Okay.
All right.
So if we are ready, thank you, everyone,
Thanks,
for
everyone.
joining. See you in 2 weeks.
See
Yep.
you. Have a
Thank
nice
you.
day.